Hello, welcome back to GreedFall. We are here back with Haeva Day for D doing our review and play of this game. Last we left off, we had actually looked into a series of attacks caused by some very sick creatures. Something was off about them. And it turned out that we had to help both Teleme and Hikmet at the same time because these attacks suddenly happened and they were happening against both cities. And well, it turned out to be basically like doing the same quest twice. And yeah, I tend to prefer things not be that way, but it happens. Then, I guess because we progressed far enough on the main quest, the pass came a-knockin'. A situation that I completely forgot about finally came back into the picture. And it involved the disappearances of various members, not just warriors, but also regular indigenous people were also being kidnapped. People that were not warriors at all. So, I remember back then being a little disappointed because it seemed like the situation abruptly ended without any resolution. And it was like, well, why? Oh, I guess we're just gonna move on because it seemed sudden. It was like a very sudden thing, and I remember thinking, "Oh, okay, I guess we're done." I kind of wish we could continue to look into what is going on, because I'm not okay with them just disappearing. So it was like we solved the problem for the Bridge Alliance. We stopped the caravan attacks, but we never looked further into what happened to their missing people. Well, we finally are back on that trail, or back looking into it. And I have to admit, I don't like it in a way. I feel like it didn't make sense that it stopped. But this continues to be the tale of two games, as it were. Meaning, back in the day, earlier when we would play, there was always an excuse. Like, even if it wasn't the best explanation, there was always an explanation why a quest would stop. And well, with this particular quest, this was one of the ones where I do not believe we received any kind of explanation, which is why I believe my reaction was one of surprise and confusion, where I was just like, oh. Alright, is that it? Can we look into this? Because it was, yeah, they're going to stop attacking. And then that was that. Now, the last time we talked to the governor, there was kind of like this, a multitude of info dump, automatic info dump. Like, a whole bunch of quests, you know, like the conclusion or advancement of many quests. That's what it was like. And I had to think to myself, like, did we just not talk to this guy in too long? But excuse me, I kind of have a sneaking suspicion that that can't possibly be the case. And if it was, it didn't make sense because we were never directed to talk to the governor outside of the times that we talked to him. But it just was like this pile-on of past quests. You know, like the pile-on of the resolution of past quests. I'm sitting there, and that's just, to me, that was just poor execution. That should have been done better, in my opinion. And now we're going to head back to continue our investigation into the disappearances, because naturally they suspect him, and maybe that's the game's way of balancing things, since he suspected them of being responsible for their attacks. But I don't think he's responsible. For some reason, I'm thinking it's Afra. Like, not her, but I vaguely remember her mentioning her old mentor or master. And I think it might be him.
Lady de Sardet, what?
Enough with the formalities, Excellency. You owe me an explanation.
Wow.
Did you order your troops to attack while I was negotiating under a white flag?
No.
I assure you that I have no idea what you are talking about. I would never have placed your life in harm's way. The alliance with the congregation is crucial, and you know it. Your suspicions are unfounded. I'm sorry. It is now clear that decisions are being made without my consent. I'm going.
You mock me, Excellency. I can't believe this matter slipped your vigilance. Everything the Donea Exregao have told me has proven true. Your men attacked and carried off natives. I witnessed it. According to what I've been told, they are taken to a place where experiments are carried out, where they are tortured.
It is true that I knew of the existence of this laboratory. The place is dedicated to research on the Malachor. If a remedy is ever to be discovered, it will happen there. But I assure you that I was not aware that natives were being taken there.
Allow me to doubt your
sincerity,
sincerity,
good grief.
Excellency. I intend to pay the place a visit and see for myself what happens there. Who directs the research?
Our most brilliant savant, the Dr. Asili. Certainly his legend precedes him. He is the master of your friend, the Professor Afra.
Dr. Asili is no longer my master, and I regret that he ever was. We should be off to Sardet. If this laboratory were what I think it is, the best course of action would be to burn it to the ground.
Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
Oh, that's it? Okay. Oh, did we ever ask him about Afra?
Can you tell me anything about Afra?
Don't mind me. I'll just count the shadows.
There now, my dear. You know that I have nothing but praise for you. Afra is one of our greatest naturalists. Her knowledge is infinitely precious to us, and we are happy that she is among your party.
So you know what we got
I have
to
to go.
do here.
Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lady.
The poor tonal matching. Come on.
De Sardet, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
The tonal matching is just tragic. And we're going to experiment to see if he says anything different. A lot of times they don't.
Your Excellency,
Lady.
Well, we have to try.
can you tell me anything about Afra?
Your question is most surprising. Are you not pleased with the services she has rendered you?
Yes, but I would like to know my companions a little better.
I understand. Afra was a brilliant pupil, and she has become one of our best naturalists. Yet, some of the other sages do not appreciate her. Perhaps it is because she is a woman of the field, or it could also be her strong will. In any case, you can rely wholeheartedly on her knowledge. She, and what she knows, is dependable and constant.
Now that
I
was
have to
well
go.
done.
Look forward to
Farewell, my lady.
But The tonal matching is very bad throughout this game. It's always been bad. It's so bad that it's actually, it's a rarity when they get the tonal matching correct. And what I'm referring to, in case that isn't quite clear what I mean, the tone of conversations in this game compared to the greeting and or the farewells, the goodbyes, do not match one another. They just don't match each other. You... Wait. Where's... Yeah. I can tell that we've spent the least amount of time here compared to the other cities, because I just don't know this city at all. Like the other cities, I have a rough idea. I can get us around, and I can usually get to the merchant and where we live, like without even thinking about it. But here, look how long it took, and it was right in front of us. Yeah, I just do not know this area, which means we spent like the least amount of time in this city compared to the others. And I would argue that's kind of poor design. It suggests that there were more quests surrounding the other cities, perhaps. I don't know. Could it... I mean, it could also be...
Desade, I'm happy to... Can I do anything?
That the other city layouts were easier, but I really think it's just that we spent virtually no time here compared to other cities. Alright, so now we're going to infiltrate this laboratory. We should check to see if we can leave this way, because it's possible that we can't. Oh, an alchemist. Someone who can craft potions for us. See, and these maps just are not good in my opinion. Because sometimes it can be difficult to tell where you can and can't go based on the map. Okay, let's try this way. Let's give it a whirl.
Come closer. Come closer. All my wares are in the back.
But I can't be sure why we could not have completed this quest sooner. I have no idea. Maybe the game developers forgot. If that makes sense, like maybe we were meant to be told to go back to the governor and ask him about the disappearances sooner than we actually did, or after we did, because I could have sworn, and I could be wrong, of course, it was a while ago since, you know, I mean, it was a long time ago. Since then, a lot has happened. But I could have sworn that we asked about the disappearances, like, or tried to. Because the quest seemed to complete after we talked to the natives or something. And it was like, oh, okay, can we not ask about this? Are you telling me we can't look into this matter any further? So I'm pretty sure we made the attempt, but we were unsuccessful. Like the conversation option wasn't there. Alright, maybe we should not have left the city. For some reason, I'm thinking that based on what was going on and everything, and him not being aware of what was happening there, that that the laboratory was kind of like the ghost camp. That it would be somewhere away and outside the city. So I thought maybe the only way to enter it would be from outside the city, which is why we came out here.
Come closer. Come closer.
But perhaps I put too much thought into it, and it turned out that no, it's just a part of the city. And that to get to it, all we'd have to do is go there from here. Come to think of it, we might have encountered the entrance to this laboratory a very long time ago. Because, when we enter the city, we do a lot of exploring. When we enter any area, we tend to do a lot of exploring. And I could have swore we explored and we ran into the area. Yes, we definitely came here before. And a mini cutscene played where they tell us we can't be here.
Halt! No one enters!
You speak to the legate of the merchant congregation, soldier. I have been sent by Governor Burren. I have to talk to Dr. Asili.
I don't take orders from the governor, nor the congregation. Be on your way.
You know I'm not afraid to fight, but I worry about the prisoners. Perhaps there's another way in.
Very well. We're leaving.
And I'm reminded of the ghost camp situation. Because we found the ghost camp long before the quest advanced. Like, it took a long time, so to speak. It took a while, in my opinion. When Kurt was like, yeah, I finally know where it is. And we had found it a while ago. And then when we did find it, we had Kurt with us when we found it the first time. And we got in. We ended up getting in now that Kurt knew where it was, even though, logistically speaking, nothing had changed. Nothing had changed that should have made it impossible for us to get into that camp. So, now this time they did it right. That mini cutscene played for a second time. That's exactly what happened the first time we found this place. And I think it's cool that it was like, hey, you could force your way in now. Or you could just find a different way to get in. Instead of it...
Horrible place. A prison hidden from the sun to better torture my people.
There must be other guards. Be careful.
Now, I can't be entirely sure why forcing our way in would have put the prisoners in further danger. Because I'm kind of concerned that we are going to have to fight anyway. Like, that there's going to be some unavoidable fights. And this isn't a game where people have means of communication other than directly talking. And if we kill those guys...
How awful. They've been reduced to burning the bodies.
And devastated.
If we had...
So many of us must have died here.
If we had killed those guys, It's not like they would have been able to sound an alarm. So I'm a little confused about that. But there would have been even more reason to let us in a second time, because this time it would have been with the blessing of Governor Burnham. Whereas the ghost camp, there was really nothing different logistically. We had Kurt with us. He was, you know, he's coin guard. He could have told them to let him in, just like he ends up doing anyway. And one of the things we had praised this game about, starting off, was how you could just complete quests without following the trail. Constantine in episode 0, we found him without doing any of the steps. He did not magically appear where he ended up being. He was always there. It's just as the player, we didn't know, but we happened upon him because we just explored the city. And that was very cool. But at the same time, I remember saying, I suspect this is not always going to be the case. That they're going to do magic people. Where, even if we've been to a spot already, where these people appear, they're just not going to be there. And sure enough, that's how it's done most of the time in this game.
Protect me in this battle.
Grenade! I'm wounded. I need healing.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Wait, how is Afra dead? Hopefully this is not spell disaster. I really hope no one's gonna die because of this. But I didn't even see the guy. To be completely honest, I just didn't see him. And maybe we could have done a stealth attack. Like, this is oversight. This is rushed. This is... Like, they overlooked this. This was rushed. This is the second time I can recall where we found the spot that looked like it should have been a vigor check. And it wasn't. Memorandum to the attention of the laboratory guards. I do not know which one of you oafs broke the mechanism that leads to the tunnels, but the cost of replacement will be taken from his pay. The doctor was furious he had to order a replacement part, and even though he probably has received it by now, I hope that once it is replaced, you will be more careful. These mechanisms are fragile. So at some point, I guess we're going to encounter a mechanism that is broken, even though they've had the replacement part. So we might have to find a replacement part. We may need to find a replacement part and then fix the mechanism. You would think there would be more guards in here. This seems pretty empty. Guess we'll try up here. Make use. And yeah, I did see we could climb back there, like when we first entered. but I kind of just wanted to explore a bit more. Alright, so there's an enemy near here. I'm guessing, because I keep hearing music. And I see that guy. Whoa, biscuits.
It's blocked.
Huh? I mean, it does not look blocked at all, actually. So I guess we have to fight these people basically head on. Stealth seems to be a waste of time. Look at him, just waiting. Just right for the pickings. Not where I was facing at all, but thanks for that. So that's what they meant, that it was blocked. Why don't I say that it's locked?
I don't have the key.
Don't need it. Okay.
You are an Olmenawi. Are you going to free us?
Yes, that's why I'm here. And to find out what's going on.
What's going on? We are locked up. They make us drink horrible things. We're starving. They hit us. They take our blood. They cut us up. They tell us we will die to save the Renaigse from a horrible disease. But I pray that the wicked birds catch it and die. Please get us out of here.
I will do my best. Don't worry.
I want the one who did this to know fear and suffering.
Let's hold this good doctor to account.
So we're gonna abandon stealth. I feel like the game was misleading a bit. Because it seems like we could have easily just crashed in, no problem. There would not have been any consequences. That's what it's looking like. That's my interpretation so far. And yet, the way we start off, it just put me under the impression that this was not the case. So that's a little disappointing. At least it is for me. See, now that's blocked. That right there, that's a blocked door. I'm not nitpicking, it's just... Or maybe I am nitpicking. I might be nitpicking.
I don't have the key.
Thank you. Thank you. We owe you our lives.
Just a little more patience. I still have to release the other prisoners.
That makes sense. The Nauts also do not get sick. Or they don't get the Malachor. And then maybe you'd also have a group of regular people. Now, I don't know if Dr. Asili would stoop to imprisoning their own people. It wouldn't surprise me, but it also wouldn't surprise me if he didn't. So, like, maybe he'd have citizens of the Congregation of Merchants and or citizens of Teleme. Maybe both. But we're only here to rescue 3 groups. But you'd want regular people too that are the same as those that get sick. Hell, you might want people with Malachor as well. And the reason is because you need a control group. You want to have a control group when you're doing experiments. And I'm just curious if they would choose to use their own people for a control group. I don't know. And I know I'm definitely being overpowered. I'm definitely wasting abilities. Because we could kill these guys without using any of these tactics. They're like, they're of no consequence to us. And I'm willing to bet if we were using that other weapon, the one that does the most damage, or even the one that doesn't. Or actually, no, this is stronger than the one that doesn't. I'm trying to remember. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. Alright, so, yeah, maybe the one that does more damage, but it's not our strongest. The 534 damage sword that we have. The, Major's blade, or whatever it's called. Even that one might be enough to end or crystallize one of these guys in a single hit. Maybe. If not, we also have, of course, the weapon that does almost 600. It's like a 560 damage dealer.
Maybe enlightened protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies.
Look at that. One hit. One hit brought him down.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
That's all it took, was one hit to bring two of them down. One regular standard hit. I mean, I know technically it was a backstab, though. It was definitely that. Which is why I had more oomph behind it. I think we just picked up 3 keys. At the same time. Which is kind of weird to me. But with a lockpick of 3 at this point.
These poor people lost their lives.
Oops, sorry. I didn't expect it to be a note. Dr. Asili's research documents. These documents contain hundreds of short but precise notes that describe without any emotion the torture and experiments inflicted upon the native and not captives. A few pages are even illustrated with sketches indicating which body parts were amputated on some of the living subjects to test their resistance, and sectional drawings of the dissected parts of other subjects.
Only a few hours ago. They could not survive this mutilation.
I am sure that the enlightened will welcome these martyrs of science with open arms.
This note carefully describes the sequence of the experiments. There are even sketches. It's hard not to feel sick. This is proof of all the horrors committed here.
Which we always find. Conveniently, we always find proof.
Asili has locked himself in his office.
He will not escape us. We must find the key.
Wait. See, that's what I thought. That is what I thought. Find Dr. Asili. I don't want to find Dr. Asili. I want to... Like, wait, why is it doing that? Why did it switch to that? See, some of the way things are handled in this game is pretty frustrating. Like, I was following those dots because the dots before were indicative of... Hold on a sec. What is that? What in the hell is that thing? I do not recall ever seeing those. Am I wrong? But that's why I was following the dots, because the last 2 times the dots led us to captives. For some random reason, it switched to being about... Wait. Music. Means somebody gotta die. I want to kill everybody involved, because that's the Haeva way. Alright, I don't know why we heard music. I heard it though. I know I did. But yeah, for some random reason, it just switched objectives. And this isn't the first time where I felt like the objectives the game chose to go to didn't make sense given what we were doing.
Now that they are free, we must help the prisoners escape this place.
If they leave through the city, Hikmet guards will arrest them.
So we have to find another way to get them out.
That is a good point. Part of me was thinking that Haeva would want blood more so than helping them escape, but I don't think that's true. I'm not entirely convinced that's true. I know she's the Red Queen. Maybe that could have been her character, but I don't know. Wow, so that was an accident. I definitely didn't mean to do that. I think we ended up right back where I tried to avoid. So it seems that maybe we were supposed to go this way. Ah, maybe this leads us to where okay. Alright. Damn, they took the raw meat off of her. They just straight took the meat off of her.
May the shadow engulf our enemies.
It's perfect. We just have to clear the way.
Yes, we looted even from that far. The mechanism, maybe?
The mechanism doesn't work. I need to take a closer look.
Well, the mechanism doesn't work. Why would you need to take a closer look? I must ask. That doesn't make any sense. We should have to find whatever... Oh, this works. So now we don't need to find Dick.
I have to find the people responsible for what happened here. They must answer for their crimes. Wait for me.
We are prepared to fight these people with you.
Yes. We will make them pay for what they have done to us.
You're not strong enough to fight. It's better for you to stay here.
Give us the option. Give us the option. The reason I say that is because... You know what? These people might not have a problem dying. They might not have a problem.
I'm not done
They
here.
might not have a problem dying
For you, but please hurry up.
if it means they kill the person responsible. I don't understand. I really don't understand what. I know we're not done.
We are waiting for you, but please
I'm fully aware of that. I know for a fact that we're not done here. What? Am I missing something? Obviously, I'm missing something. Quite obviously. I'm so confused because this will lead us out unless the explosion we did is actually nearby. I have no idea where we caused that explosion. This should not be the right way. This shouldn't be the right way at all.
I'm not done here yet.
Please, for the love of God, stop saying that. I mean, she's not going to, but damn. Why would they set it up this way? To where every time she goes near them, I'm not done here yet. I know we're not done. So, what it looks like has happened is that the developers didn't think about how the players should be able to get back into the laboratory if they use science to get here instead of the mechanism.
Not done here yet.
We are waiting for you, but
That is what it is looking like. They won't even let you scale the wall if you have the vigor. Just wow. Seriously, just wow. When I'm done this, when we are done with the adventures of Haeva, I am going to take a look at... My intentions are to take a look at the Let's Plays. Like someone else's Let's Plays. Because I'm just curious as to whether... I mean, mainly for like the second half of the game. Because I'm just curious if the second half impressions are different from their first. Because if in case it's not obvious, I would say that my overall mood regarding this game has changed. I would say it's changed significantly. I mean, it's always had some issues, that is true. But they were easy to overlook. But lately, I'm sitting here and it's... What the hell did they do? What were they doing? This right here. Did we avoid a fight? Is that what just happened? Tell me that's what just happened. Or maybe we would have avoided a fight if we came this way. What is this place? I don't even know. But right now, It just seems as though they put a climb there for no reason. And I can't tell why. See, what was the point? What was the freaking point?
Watch out! Grenade!
Nice. That was nice. And what'll suck is if we fail this quest. Or we can't leave because we're not finished. That would suck. Because then we're going to have to do a lot of this all over again, because that would be total BS. Well, hell. Just effing hell. So, because they didn't think of what... Holy crap, man. I hope the mistake was mine and not the developers. I really do. I truly do.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of
Because... to have to leave and come all the way back. Wow, he almost killed us with one hit. So you mean to tell me there were only 2 guards out here? And we couldn't force our way in for what purpose? For what reason? I don't understand. Spiders, you had such a strong start. A legit strong start to this game. And then you just started going crazy. Getting lazy or rushing things. Not lazy. I will not say lazy. But you were rushing things, and it's messing up the experience, in my opinion. I would argue the first half, maybe not even half, maybe more than half, maybe less than half. I don't remember the exact point where things started to be terrible, but the first portion of this game, I would say, was good. It's a good game. But the second portion, no. The second portion, it's almost like, thank goodness, the second portion was not the first. Because if the entire game was like this second portion, it might be a bad game. You know, no, let me take that back. It wouldn't be bad. I'm just a little pissed off.
I don't have the key.
Alright. Don't care.
Afra? What a surprise to see you here. You finally came to your senses.
Master, it's not...
Who is this person?
I am the legate of the merchant congregation, and I'm here to put an end to your crimes.
My crimes? What are you talking about? My work was for the good of humanity. Don't tell me you're crying over some savages. The survival of our species requires sacrifice.
Oh, wow. Like, why are we forced to ask it? You know what we're here to do? You know what I mean? Spiders. The game just starts falling apart.
did you hope to find from all these experiments?
Since the Malachor never reached this island, I wanted to check if these savages were sensitive to it. And I discovered that they were naturally resistant. Do you realize the implications of this discovery? So I tried to isolate this resistance to develop a cure in order to send it to the people on the continent. But I doubt that you will be able to understand the subtlety of such an approach.
This man is a cold-blooded reptile. My brothers and sisters were no more than ants to him.
You are a very beautiful specimen. When I think of the power flowing through your veins. Come on, Afra, my dear student. Will you let these narrow-minded inquisitors decide my fate? Are you not also devoted to science and truth?
Science and truth do not excuse your lack of humanity. I'm ashamed of having been taught by you, and that I didn't warn Burin that you'd gone mad. If I had, we could have prevented all of this.
You disappoint me so much, Afra. A second time. When I think what I wasted trying to teach you science.
We learned everything we wanted to know. This lab will close, and you will answer for everything you've done.
You think so? Guards, capture these people!
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle!
Oh crap.
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
Oh, I accidentally switched weapons for some odd reason.
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
I'm wounded. I need help. Ready to shoot! Fire!
That dude brutalized Siora.
Stop! Think of my knowledge. All that I have accomplished. That can never disappear.
Stop him or kill him. We could either turn him in, which we know Haeva's not going to do. Or I assume that. Like, I don't know what stop him means. I don't know what that means. And maybe that's a language barrier. But why wouldn't it say arrest him? I don't even know if that's what that means. Like, what does stop him mean? What does that even mean? But this is another example where there should be more options, at least one other option. I think it should be kill him, arrest him, or let him continue his research. Now, no character I play would ever let him just continue his research. But I feel like it should be there. I feel like there should be different consequences. And when I say consequences, I merely mean outcomes. Consequences, technically speaking, objectively speaking, are not always negative like people think. Consequences basically just means the outcome as a result of your actions, like, or as consequence to something else, like cause and effect. So Haeva is obviously going to kill him because it's Haeva we're talking about.
Even now you remain arrogant. You do not deserve pity.
Miserable simpletons! This is science you are murdering. Ah!
Huh? I don't even... What was that? What in the hell was that? And why is the new cog here? Why is it here? None of this makes sense. Letter to Dr. Asili from another doctor. Okay. discovered in Dr. Asili's chest. The powder must be important in his experiments. If we had it analyzed, we could discover its exact nature. The Asili blunderbuss. A gold weapon that is complete. This is a complete dog turd of a weapon. Do you hear me? It's a dog turd. Letter to Dr. Asili from another doctor. Dr. Asili, I did a good job of having the young governor of New Serene and his cousin take the potion you sent me. I was very cautious as ordered. No one else touched it. However, I must admit that I found your request slightly unusual and dangerous. We are allies of the congregation, and I'm afraid they may not approve of our implication of what could be perceived as a poisoning. I hope that in the future you will perform this kind of mission by yourself rather than risking the lives of your colleagues. Holy crap! Whoa! When we got off the boat, wow! They gave us the Malachor. Dr. Asili gave us the Malachor.
I can't believe it. Constantine's Malachor was caused by Asili. The potion we were made to drink when we landed on the island was contaminated. How dare he do such a thing? And why?
My child, are you aware that if your uncle learns of this, there will be war?
Wow! My mind is blown right now. Spiders? No, I'm still mad with you spiders. Just don't erase that now. I'm still mad. But wow! Wow! One more time? Wow! That is a wow! I know I said one more time, but as far as twists go, I don't care if you're some kind of genius and you knew the whole time. Good for you. Applaud, applaud, applaud. That was a huge twist to me. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop myself, but I'm blown away. I'm so blown away right now. I'm completely blown away. Story-wise, spiders. Story-wise, this has been a very interesting story in my opinion. It's one of the stronger stories RPG-wise, in my opinion. Well, we got the new cog, and you're telling me, okay, we can't use it. Now we have to... Spiders? This is just awful. And just like that, they ruined the moment. Why would finding one way through here prevent us from using the other way? It wouldn't. If your answer was it would not, and technically you should be able to do both. If you're saying to yourself, I think I recall numerous times, Tons, when you actually did both.
Let's go. I found a way out of the city. But be careful. You are weakened and creatures roam these tunnels. I will lead the way.
And you're probably right, because I think I recall the same thing. I think there were times when we actually did both. Science and breaking... science to break through somewhere, as well as repairing a mechanism just to see. I think we have used different ways before. And if we didn't, well, we just missed something that was bad. Like, we just missed a poor design. Because using one way should never stop you from being able to use another. What is going on? What's happening? I know our people kind of suck at following, but aren't they supposed to be following us? I guess not. Good grief, spiders. I know you're thinking, well, maybe it's better than trying to maneuver all of those people. I mean, look how long it takes for these people to make it. But to me, no, we did it before. We definitely did it before. Where actually, that's how we met Afra. When we freed her people, it was a fairly large group of people. And we had to escort them, and I was fine with that. It didn't bother me in the least. But another thing I would say is, develop this. Make this better. This ledge, don't make it a one person at a time ledge. It's a simple solution. Look how wide it is. Have people be able to grab multiple points and go up. Alright, this time we're going to go this way. And, okay, so nothing was avoided. Or wait, am I wrong? Maybe something was avoided. By taking the Vigor 3 approach. No, that's not what's going on.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
I don't think that's what's going on, y'all.
Our enemies.
Why is my weapon switching? Not sure why that happened, but it's whatever. We're not gonna die, so. So perhaps where is this? Where is it? So maybe we do avoid something. Like maybe we would have avoided all of that if we went this way. So I can take it back. I could definitely take it back what I said and apologize. Because it did seem at first like it just did not matter. And we are running a little bit over. Oh wait, now. Yeah. Okay, so we would have avoided that fight down there and then just went straight up here. And who knows, maybe some of you saw that already. But it just takes away from the fact they don't follow us, takes away from the story. It takes away from the comment. Because why say, you know, be careful because you're weaker and creatures are roaming around. Mind you, they shouldn't even have to worry about creatures, because generally they don't. And these creatures are not sick.
There you are. You're free.
You have saved our lives. How can we thank you?
We will never forget what you have done for us on Almenawi.
Yes, we will always be grateful.
We are not very far from the Hikmet outpost. You will have to be careful.
I know how to reach the port without being seen.
Perfect. As for you, you should take refuge in Vikshadir. You will be safe there. But you need to avoid the Alliance patrols.
We'll get there. Kwa awal and Segven.
we could have escorted them. The outpost isn't going to attack us. They owe us. Why should they have to take the risk or get to the port without being seen? Mind you, the Knots would not have to get to the port without being seen because why? Right? But I'm guessing they're saying they're doing that for the natives, for the indigenous people. But I feel as though Haeva would have taken care of that. Like, you are not to touch these people. Especially if we've been doing enough for them. You know, make the relationships matter. Make them matter. Maybe Haeva wouldn't have been able to simply escort them, but obviously she should be able to because she saved their freaking lives. They were all gonna die, so there's that bit of business.
Your Excellency.
Lady de Sade, and to what do I owe this honor?
I have been to Asili's laboratory, and what I discovered was abominable. Hundreds of poor souls tortured, victims of horrifying experiments. There were so many dead that a pit had been dug to burn the bodies.
How horrifying. I cannot believe it.
The natives were not the only victims of these crimes. There were also a number of Naughts.
Naughts? Pardon me for doubting you, but do you have proof of what you say? And have you brought Dr. Asili to me so he may answer these accusations?
Alas, I was forced to end his life. He gave me no choice. That said, you will find ample proof of his madness there. You need only send a few men.
Perhaps I shall. But it should have been my role and that of his fellow savants to judge him. He was one of our most brilliant minds, and you have slain him like a beast. What proof do I have that this is not pure fabrication invented to weaken our position?
Don't care. Nah. You know what? If we were playing as a character that I normally play in these style games, he would probably use the notes. But Haeva don't give a damn.
Come now, Excellency. You know very well all I have said is true. And soon the entire island will also know it. How do you imagine that the natives, the Naughts, and my cousin are going to react?
Come now, sir, swallow your threats. You have just admitted to killing one of our greatest savants, a brilliant man that is dedicated to research crucial to the continent. Your pathetic justifications will change nothing. You have his blood on your hands. In regards to your title, I shall not have you thrown in jail, but our business is now concluded. I hope never to see you again.
Damn! 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 Alright, when we come back, we're staying with this decision, but I'm hoping there was a quick save. And you know what? We're running long anyway. Let's just see what it looks like. Be right back. Alright, so Haeva's gonna stick with the other decision. I want you to know that. You know how we do. But sometimes it's rare because of how much editing is involved, and I don't feel like doing all that work.
I have
but
been to how the
Naughts.
I just want to see.
Alas, I was that said.
He was one of
Let's see what happens if you choose another path. So, well, we'll look at all the options. So we'll do bring up the
What
Naughts.
possible benefit could I get from acting in this way? Come now.
You know that this is all true. And as soon as the Admiral learns what has happened to her men...
Why would she believe you any more than me? Come now, sir, swallow your threats. You have just admitted to killing one of our greatest savants.
He said, "Come now, sir."
Dedicated to research, crucial to the continent. Your pathetic justifications will change nothing. In regards to your title, I shall not, I hope, never to see you again.
So nothing, that didn't change anything. Let's check out the other option. It almost makes me wonder why give either of those two options. You only need one of them.
Your Excellency.
And to what do
I have been to... There were so...
How hot?
The natives were not the only...
And have...
Alas, that...
He was one of...
Like, why give us two different options here when they have the exact same outcome? I mean, the exact same outcome. The dialogue is basically the same in his response. The relationship result is the same. So let's see what happens here.
Before you say anything that you might regret, Excellency, I would like you to examine this.
What is it?
You should certainly recognize Asili's handwriting. He admits here to poisoning my cousin.
But this is madness. Whatever would have motivated him?
I have no explanation to give you, Excellency. But as far as I'm concerned, I've done nothing more than exact justice for my cousin. And I'm certain you would agree with me that this affair would be best kept a secret. My uncle has but one son remaining. And if he were to learn that his life is in danger at the hand of the bridge...
You speak with wisdom. What terrifying business. We have lost all hope of finding a remedy, I'm afraid. But justice has been served, and perhaps now, at least, the natives will call off their attack. Would you like to speak with me about any other subjects?
I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lady.
And there's one more thing we have to look at. Let's see if we can figure out what gift we got. It'll be difficult because they don't have a section that just shows you the gifts. And for some reason, gold gifts are... Or wait, no. That's not why they're down there. I have no idea what the gift was. We supposedly got a gift because we supposedly got a gift because we're friendly with them right now. And I don't know what it was. I can't tell. Another poor design choice, in my opinion. Spiders. Just my opinion. And that's actually finally going to do it for this particular part of our adventures. We'll talk more about it in the next video. Assuming I even remember. But I believe I will. But until next time, take care.